Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome to the third PvP class guide for SWTOR. This is actually gonna be our first guide where it will not be Juggernaut or Marauder. And the reason I say this is because most of the guides I've done so far are both classes like basically very familiar with. Those are classes I've been playing a lot of the time on my time on SWTOR. It's usually I'm playing like Juggernaut class like Rage or Vigilance or Vengeance or whatever, or I'm playing Focus, or I'm playing what they call it, Concentration or Fury or anything like that. So this is gonna be actually the first guide where we'll be going over Hatred, Assassin, or a Serenity Shadow. We're gonna be going over everything in this that has to do with this class, the rotation, the ability trees, what tacticals you should be running, and your gear loadout. So all that'll be covered out, along with tacticals as well. Or did I say tacticals? Implants, and tacticals. So all that will be covered, and yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this guide. For the first part of this PvP guide for Hatred, let's go. We're gonna be going over the gear loadout. For Serenity, you just need to run. Basically 4% accuracy. You'll get the other 1% accuracy through your legacy. So you see over here. So it's Chem Val, your first companion. That will give you bonus accuracy, which will be 1% bonus accuracy. So if you check over details. Go to your character, check over details. You can see your accuracy is actually plus 1%. So as long as you have 4%, I have it as 3.9, close enough 4%. You'll pretty much never miss. Okay, so I decided to make the gear loadout a lot simpler. That way, it's something that everyone can easily understand, and there's no complications. You're going to want to run 2 accuracy pieces, which will give you a total of 1100 when it's bolstered down to 336. So those 2 accuracy pieces will give you 434, which is flat out 5.34 accuracy. So that's good. Next, you're gonna want to run 4 alacrity enhancements, which will equal up to 2300 alacrity. It's a little bit over. You want to go around 2100, but to keep it simple, that way you don't have to worry about thinking of augments, or like thinking about all these different type of augments. I just say just get the extra alacrity and you'll be fine. And then for the rest, everything else goes into critical. So you're gonna have 3 critical gear stats, and 5 if you're including your implants. So 5 including implants, critical, 4 alacrity, and 2 accuracy. Also for your gear, you're gonna want to run Mastery Relic and Critical Relic, because your Critical Relic is to make up for any type of crits you don't get from your already 4,000, pretty much 4,000 crit proc or crit stat. A lot of your dots have to do with a critical. Oh, and for your augments, all crit. All your augments are crit. Not a single one of them is anything else. Yeah, I have here everything is critical. That way you guys don't have to worry about thinking, oh, how many is this, how many is that? All of them are critical. I think you could probably try Mastery to get to 7,000. You could also go Mastery Relics to get that 7,000 Mastery. It's all up to you. But yeah, that's the loadout, and try to make it a little bit simple and straightforward. Now for your tactical and implants. So for the tactical, for PvP, you always run you always run double 2 cloaks. It's like there's not a single DPS assassin / shadow that should not be running this class or doesn't run it. Every DPS needs to run it because of one of your implants that strive off of this tactical. For the rotation build, I will be using 2 times treble, so I can show you guys the full for rotation. If you're running with a healer, or if you're running with a tank, you could go 2 times treble, but just overall, it's just better run 2 cloaks. That's just the better once run. But for the higher DPS, you could get away with 2 times treble. Now for your implants, you want to be running Shadowcraft. Shadowcraft is just a must. So let's read what it says. Using Phantom Stride, the Stealth grants Shadowcraft. Using Phantom Stride from Stealth grants Shadowcraft, increasing the critical chance by 100% for 6 seconds. Force Cloak resets the cooldown of Phantom Stride. You basically get the gist of what this why you want to run 2 cloaks. and why this Shadowcraft is so good. Second, I'm starting to run Dynamic Force, or no, I run Dynamic Force. I think this is gonna be the one I from now on run, because the cooldown of Recklessness is reduced by 15 seconds. While that doesn't sound like a lot, and I think it would be nice if they added something like maybe Recklessness gets an extra charge or whatnot. I don't know. I feel like this is kind of too bare bone Dynamic Force package, but you know, it's a good addition. But the reason why I go with this is because of this second. I'm not going to show you the complete opener, but I'm going to give you the reason why this 15 seconds is a big deal. So you go in with your Phantom Stride, hit your death field, and I'm going to power up my Recklessness, and then look at the cooldown. Look at the cooldown of Recklessness reduced. Oh, hold up. It in seconds. It went down from 59 seconds to 50 seconds. This is why you want to go Dynamic Force package. It just makes that uptime of Recklessness last or come quicker, or the uptime of it stay longer. The very good thing about Recklessness with the ability tree we use is that Recklessness grants you another stack of Death Field, which is one of your highest damaging abilities. So our second highest damaging ability is Death Field. So imagine what Death Field could do if you're in the middle of a lot of enemies. This is just single target Death Field. This is just single target Death Field, which is just hitting one target. So yes, that is these are the two implants that we run. But if you do want to be on the safer side, you can go Force Trading. Gives you 3% melee, 3% more damage to your melee and force attacks, which I mean helps with your Death Field, so it is good. But that quicker Recklessness cooldown is just really good. Okay, so finally let's get into the bread and butter of this discipline, that being Hatred, and let's go over the ability tree. The 15, the passive, you get flat out 15% DR on periodic effects, which is pretty good. Second, you get mass mind control, gives you 30% damage reduction for 6 seconds. Excuse me. And it is on a 45-second cooldown, meaning paired with your Force Shroud, your Deflection, and your 2 Force Cloaks, you basically have a whole bunch of DCDs to keep you alive on top of your lifesteal. Next in the ability tree, we have basically Lacerate AoE ability. Spreads your dots, so it'll spread your Eradicate, it will spread your Discharge, and your Creeping Terror. For 23, you go on the far right, you go Deadly Field. Reason being, if just your Deadly Field is going to be one of your bigger damaging abilities. For level 27, so a lot of people prefer to run, because for openers on Hatred, people usually tend to actually open up with their Death Field to Eradicate. So people don't usually use Maul Strike, but I like it in the PvP aspect because you are giving yourself some time for your opener. That way, if someone's like is dumb enough, I'm gonna be honest, to CC break a 2-second stun, then you've already forced out one of their CC breakers while just doing your simple opener. So, which allows you to actually, if you want to, you could go back. You can use your Force Cloak after that. Sorry if I hit the mic. Hold up. All right, you can actually just use your Force Cloak if someone breaks that, and then go in again with your Leeching Strike and proceed to do your opener again, because then they won't have their CC breaker unless they're like a PT or a Sork. Then they have 2 CC breakers. If you do want to do what other people do, which is probably the better way to doing it, if you're going for like single target damage on someone, you can use Overload to push enemies away that are not the primary target, like especially if you're running arenas. Use your Overload to hit someone off the edge, like a ledge or something like that, and that way you can allow your team to use their openers on their target that you guys are focusing on, and less damage or less healing they're taking, or they're receiving. For 30 to 5, all this is what it does. It gives you 15 stacks of Death Mark, which basically increases your periodic damage by 15%. For 43, you just want to go middle. This is what makes Hatred meta at the moment. See right here, like literally everything is having critical on it. So and critical is being used 90% on Death Field, 88, 90%, okay, and so on and so forth. So very good. What makes Hatred such a good DPS spec. Also 51. Oh, you want to go Stark Stability in arenas. 100% no answer for buts. Go Dark Stability. But in not PvP, in war zones, you can play around with Fade or Dark ability. 60, it is Creeping Terror deals more damage, and Lightning Charge gives you Restored Force. So helping you manage your force management, helpful force management. For 64, no answers for butts. I trying obfuscating speed. I don't know. I tried it. I tried using it. I was like, maybe no. There's too many slows and routes in this game where it's absolutely terrible to run this over force phase. What you want to go force phase? 68. Let's look at the passive. Your damaging periodics have a 30% chance to cast Bloodletting, which basically is your lets you cast Assassinate off no matter what the HP of the enemy is. You can use Assassinate. So I'm gonna use Eradicate, and it should proc. There we go. Assassinate grants Bloodletting. Sorry, I went too fast, but you see the icon. You see it already on the top. It's the same icon as the level 68 icon right here. So yeah. For 68, you just want to go for Shroud. No answers for butts. That cleanses all of your removable effects. Basically, you're not taking damage in those 3 seconds. For Shroud is super good, especially if you're timing. Especially if like during your opener you cast Force Shroud. A lot of jugs, if I don't see them cast their Force Shroud, or if I don't see them cast their Saber Ward, then I'm gonna CC break and then stun them by either Force choking them or pushing them. So if you see a jug when you're doing your opener CC break or anything like that, or in general, it's just good to open up with your Force Shroud. That way they just waste their Force choke or their Force push because those are Force abilities. 73, critical damage. Enemies take more damage, Death Field, Eradicate, and other periodic effects or damages when the target's under 30%. So, get the job done, finish off the target. Hey, yo, pause. For 73, PvP, for arenas, I go Shroud of Madness because enemies will try their everything they can do to prevent you from leaving the battle. Like, especially if you really need to leave the battle, like you're 1v3 and like there's like a Merc or there's Sorg nearby that have crazy AoE abilities. Shroud of Madness is just the go-to. At least it will help you early on when you're a better assassin, where you can time your abilities where your force speed will come off cooldown when you're ready to force cloak. Then run avoidance. You can run avoidance 24/7, but while you're still learning the class and understanding it, or getting to know it better, or refreshing your memory, it's better to run a Shroud of Madness to give you that a little extra leeway. If you're playing war zones though, who cares? So having your force speed come off cooldown, plus a lot of CCs in the game. You gotta think about it. It's not just, there's 8 players instead of 4 people like in arenas. So having that Unbreakable will have a 30-second cooldown reduction makes it super valuable. For 78. Passive, it's when you deal melee damage, increases your critical chance on your dots, and increases your critical chance on your melee as well, actually, doesn't it? So there's Languishing Strikes, and then there is Explosive Strikes, which melee critical chance is increased, along with your dots critical chance. See right here, critical chance of periodic damage increase. Next up, let's go over the rotation. Okay, so for the rotation, I'm gonna try and make this as simple as possible. That way, it's something we can all understand. Because even myself, hard time understanding the rotation. But yeah. So basically, I'm gonna start out by the basics. You're gonna start off with your Death Field or Phantom Stride, proceed with a Death Field and Eradicate, and then once you pop your Death Field, you're gonna go pop your Recklessness next. Because keep in mind, remember, your Recklessness gives you additional charge Death Field. So if you use Recklessness from the very beginning, you're going to be wasting a Death Field cast that you could have been using, saving for later, because your Death Field also grants you Death Mark, which increases your dot abilities by 50%. So that's why Eradicate is so crazy. It's because it's getting 15% damage increasement on top of the critical, and the Phantom Stride too. Remember, Phantom Stride, Shadowcraft. Phantom Stride increasing your critical. You don't want to waste your Death Fields, or I think that's what I was trying to get at, right? Yeah, either way, you're gonna open up and with your Phantom Stride and Death Field. Let's start with the rotation. We're gonna go Phantom Stride, Phantom Stride to Death Mark to Recklessness to Eradicate. Then we go. Oh, that's the first part. Okay, so for the second part of the rotation, after you've done Deadfield, Recklessness, and Eradicate, you then want to go Creeping Terror and Discharge. Basically, I'm gonna keep it simple. All you're doing in this rotation is applying Death Mark, Deadfield, then Eradicate, and then reapplying your dots, applying your dots, and then you're gonna do the same rotation, reapply Deadfield, reuse Eradicate, or a melee attack to get Eradicate off cooldown, to then reapplying your dots. That's basically the rotation of this, and waiting for Phantom Strike to come off cooldown. Because keep in mind, Phantom Strike, along with your melees, both take Eradicate off cooldown. I'll show you an example of this. Yeah, let's show you an example of this. So, Deadfield to Eradicate to Discharge. I can either use a melee, but I'm gonna use Phantom Strike. See, Phantom Strike takes your Eradicate off cooldown. Yeah, that's why both of those are how you're gonna be keeping this rotation up. So now I'm gonna go over the full rotation because I've gone 5 minutes with yapping. So here's the full rotation. So we're gonna go Phantom Stride, Deadfield, Recklessness, Eradicate, Deadfield again, then apply your dots, Creeping Terror, and Discharge, then Assassinate, then Leeching Strike, then Eradicate, then you want to reapply your Deadfield, and then Creeping Terror, and then reapply your dots, and wait for Eradicate to come off cooldown, and my damage is being cheated. That's just great. Hold up, wait for this to end. But basically, you guys get the gist. That's basically the gist of this rotation is applying your Deadfield and Eradicate, and then using your Recklessness as soon as it's off cooldown. That way you can get 2 charges of Deadfield. But make sure again you use your Recklessness when there's only 1 stack or 0 stacks of Deadfield. That way you're not wasting a Deadfield. The Deadfield charge, and then reapplying your dots. That's all you really have to do. And if there's enemies nearby, then you want to spread your dots with your Lacerate. So that's basically it. It's really hard to show you guys a AoE rotation guide because it's really not. I could try on the fleet, but I think just trying out your practicing getting down to your single target opener will allow you to freestyle AoE openers because. In my opinion, when you're doing your single target rotations, you can kind of work around fitting some AoE in between. And with more enemies, it can give you more lifesteal. So yeah, that's about it. I'm going to give you the full rotation now, single target rotation, for a full minute. All right, y'all. So now that we've gotten all the fun stuff out the way, now it's time that we show some in-game examples like we always do. All right, so here we got a 4v4 arena where we are going against two PTs, or yeah, two jugs, a sniper and a sin. Now it's gonna be a hard one. Now this fight we do lose, but I'm just here to show y'all how to play this class. How the different ways you play a class like Deception. Our team is not very frontline heavy. I mean, yeah, we are a lot of melee players, but we don't have a lot of tankiness to us besides the tank, of course. And the tank decides to guard the Mara this round opening up. So I am I don't have a lot of frontline presence. I'm a very squishy person. So in this game plan, what I plan to do is I plan to get their main damage dealer. So I go in the back line. You see he's guarded, but it's okay. All I'm trying to do is just cause pressure and not allow him to DPS. This dude's name's Devil. He's a well-known SWTOR PvPer. I just happened to run into him. I swear I did. I was just trying to get some games in for this guy, which yeah, you happen to run into. So you see here, I'm trying to use I still have one force camo left. I just used my force camo so I can lose aggro and disrupt his DPS. You see, I try and use my opener because he lost his hunker down. So I was trying to get him in with a stun, which I failed to do because he throws down his disruption. He runs out of hunker down. He is low, and he's already used his TP, so that's a benefit. So I open up on him one more time to again. He's been doing a lot of DPS. The fight's been just in a stalemate, and you see it boops off. That's on my fault. See, if I'm playing him right here, more than likely stand on this edge right here next to the fence. It's better to stay right here. That way, if he boosts me off, I just get hit back right here, and I'm not falling off the edge. This is like terrible map to fall off the edge edge on. The best chance of me surviving was going after the first class, which we got low, but we had just no one to follow up on. But this just show y'all how to play Hatred. All right, so here's another fight. But I see that the operative, he was the first one to open up. Because a lot of operatives or even stealth players open up first to grab aggro and people's attention because they can get out in stealth and get to safety. So but I see he's doing that. So I want to kind of lay away his damage or leave away his threat by prioritizing my dots on him. That way, I cause an AOE type class to not use all their AOE on my team. And to kind of put pressure on the team. So you see right here, I open up on the operative. I don't use my leech strike to stun him, or I don't use my maul strike to stun him. But it's okay. I'm already casting my dots on him, and he's used both of his. So he's already used like all of his whole bunch of DCDs. And now that I think he stealths out, right? If he didn't stealth out, he is up top and not in the main fight. As a Hatred player, now that I see I have a tank and then the tank grouped up with his sniper, I take this advantage to use my dots, re-stealth because I had a lot of aggro on me. And then, big important thing I noticed. You see, while I was dealing dots, or I was spreading my dots, the sniper got super low and he TP'd. It is important that you follow low health players. That is the main point of one of your main roles, because you have the mobility and stealth to get these low health players, catch them by surprise. So I take out the sniper. That's one, and then again I see this operative is trying to cause pressure for my team because they're all grouped up. It's just to just don't let anyone just free cast. The point of arenas or any PvP in general is not let anyone free cast. If the people free cast, they'll do damage, of course, anyways, but they won't be using their DCDs if they're free casting. Okay, so fight number 2. Again, I just want to cause pressure to free casters. That is the main. Even though Hatred is more of a weak class, it's still not at the end of the day, it's still a deception or a stealth class. So the main point of the stealthers are to take care of the free casters that try and do damage from a distance. So I see that the sniper is free cast all the way back here. I use my Phantom Stride on the operative to proc that 6 seconds of Shadowcraft, and now that I have that procced, I do begin to use my opener on the sniper. Our Thork dies early, but it doesn't matter. It's still important that I follow, or I keep to my role. And I see that the sniper TPs. So I mean the sniper TPs, but our whole fight is down here. So there's no point of me following him because now he's just in no man's land. If any of my team is line of sight of him, all they have to do is get behind cover or get down, and he is useless over there. So I force him to use TP, which is great. Now it's a 2v3, but I can use my dots. But he's gonna soon prevent that by casting his disruption. Great freaking disruption by that sniper. Phenomenal. So now that I saw he used it, I was like, okay, well, since he uses disruption on helping his teammates, now I'm gonna attack the sniper because one, I don't want to let him free cast, and he uses disruption, so he can't use it on me now. So now I can use my open. I can now open up on him, which I've already used both of my stealth, so I am already low. So this is unfortunate for me. Yeah, there's not much getting around. We already had a sniper that or sword guy early. We did what we could with a 3v4. Okay, so same as round 2 where the sniper round 2 at the end of round 2 where the sniper was again in no man's land. That again, we're gonna say it because it is true, the truth. He is in no man's land. So I mean, I guess our tank is there too, but there's no point of me going over to attack the Sork or the sniper because I mean, play with a team. The team is right here. The Sork the sniper's losing value, staying over there, and since the enemy team decides to follow down on us, we use that to our advantage. So I open up on the operative because again, I don't want him to be free casting. He's using all of his DCDs to keep on staying in the fight, so I use my stun to prevent that. But there's the sniper, but I use my force cloak because I don't want that sniper using all his burst on me. That is the last thing I want, is a DPS class using their whole burst on me, a squishy character. So I use my first camo as a way to stun or to get back into the fight, but I again see he's back on me, so I have to play it slow and I have to re-wait to hit again. So or else I'll just get targeted down by the sniper. I think a lot of the sentinels know I just need to get open up on anyone. I was out of the combat because I was trying to heal up. Now that I'm back in, I just need to open up on anyone. So open up on the sentinel. Probably not the best option because he can stealth out, but thankfully I was able to spread my dots because of that. Now we have both the jug and the sentinel low. I just fall off who's the lowest person. Well, I follow to the tank because he's low, but then again the guy the Sent was also low, but he used his force camouflage to get out of the fight. So now I'm trying to go back on him so that way he can't run away. I forget to just look at the map to see where the sentinel is, but thankfully our tank got him. So the sniper is by himself, and he doesn't, main thing actually, it's not even just he's by himself, he doesn't have hunker down. So since he doesn't have hunker down, and he ran, so thankfully he ran, so now I was able to use my Phantom Stride. I open up on the Sork or the sniper because he's the only person, he's the non-stealth target, and can't get away to heal. So I do the smart thing, and since he doesn't use his hunker down, I stun him with my Maul Strike, and then use again my Electrocute to hard stun him or full white bar him. That way we could open up and get him taken care of. Now, because we got the Sork sniper out the way, it's a 3v1, and our jug is gonna die, but it's okay. Me and the Merc get it done, and we win the match. So again, it's just a lot of isolation. But anyways, that's gonna do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this Hatred Serenity PvP guide. If you guys want to see more in-game examples or PvP examples, like in a war zone or more arenas even, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. Appreciate you guys showing support on these guide videos. I'm gonna be doing another one for Vigilance Vengeance next for PvP, so be sure to watch out for that next. And then maybe we do like a mercenary build, because I know a lot of people like to watch or play shooter classes and Star Wars. But let me know what PvP guys you guys want to see next. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, that way you guys know when I upload a video next, and be sure to follow the Twitch, that way you guys can watch these PvP video or PvP streams where I play Assassin, Jug. I mean, I am a Jug main, so you'll probably see that more often, and a bunch of other classes, whatever feels like fun at the time. And again, subscribe to the YouTube. A lot more videos come out, hopefully more fun ones too. Anyways though, take care y'all, see you in the next video.